Alright, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, how are you doing? Alright, let me just post everywhere where I'm supposed to post, and let me just hide my Spotify here so it does not bother you. So let's see if I can properly hear myself. Hey guys, how are you doing? Okay, very good. I can hear myself, for better or worse. But now let me post. Oh wait, what is that? Wait, what? Which? Huh. That was probably the pledge from Patreon running from before, so that's pretty cool. Well, thank you either way. Very async, thank you, but hello there. Alright, let me post on stream on Discord. By the way, guys, in the description we got Discord, and one more thing, we got a wish list as well. Finally, the Steam page is up, so you can see and wishlist the Lost Harmony on stream. Well, under the stream, on Steam, not on stream, on Steam, but you are doing it on stream, so it is somewhat confusing. All right, hey guys, how are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna do a little bit of development, and then once we are starting to see some people logging in here, let's do some fun stuff. Let's react to some interesting articles again. We're gonna learn something about game design this time. Let's start a QA. Let me put here some pool. Stream live right now. Is it though? Is it? That's the question. Let me just put here a pool. Pool. Let's put here a pool. Did you say hello? Yep. I'm just gonna do here some little hacks to improve the engagement. There we go, guys. Make sure to properly say it. Hey guys, look at that. We are here already. Very cool. Thank you. I'm glad you love the Steam page. If you like it, please wishlist. All these wishlists really help. So it's very cool. Alright, let me just pull some music for myself. I can't sadly enough have a music for you, otherwise YouTube would you know how it goes. But you can just listen to your own music, and I'm gonna listen to my music. That sounds like a pretty good deal. Okay, who is that person that said he did not say hello? Who is that? I'm gonna find him and force him to say hello. But we're very kind and lovely stream. Don't worry, everything is fine. How are you doing, guys? Anything cool you wanna share? Me, hello. Okay, fine. Are you gonna change your vote now, or what is this gonna be like? But now you said hello. What is this? I am utterly confused. Either way, hello, Supervillain Studio. I'm not sure we have chatted before, so hey man, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna do I have spent a lot of time working on AI. Well, meanwhile, I have this nicely chilling pig that's just walking around, and whenever he gets hungry enough, he's gonna find some food, go eat it. Well, now he kind of missed the food, but other than that, it's fine. And then when he gets tired enough, he's gonna go somewhere and fall asleep there. So that's pretty good. I'm also, some good news for you, I suppose, and for me as well. I am making it as a plugin. So after Lost Harmony is gonna be done, or even a little bit earlier when this will be possible, this whole AI plugin this whole AI will be separate open source model that you will be able to get and download for free, do with it whatever you want. Just turn it on and off. It's written in both C++ and Blueprints, so it's gonna be super easy to use. You will be able to use it even if you know just Blueprints. Don't worry about it at all. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you have noticed, we have here this weird bug where you can just fly over some pig and then just drop on it, and it's gonna let you jump like a trampoline. But I can't trigger it now. Wow, that's annoying. What? To do the plea, we just learned how to make AI. Very cool. What you doing? What you using to make AI? I hope it's not the behavior trees. There's few things I hate more than behavior trees. Omsai Prahai, I'm gonna just call it Omsai. I'm going to release my first game on the Play Store. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Make sure to make sure to join the Discord and post a link there once you release it. I will check it out, and maybe someone else will. Art style looks very impressive, almost like has a watercolor kind of an effect. Definitely first time seeing like something like this. Well, thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. That's very much what I'm going for. I can tweak it way more, and it really depends on the circumstances. But I'm very consciously making it as a painting-like feeling. How I think about it is, it should feel like you are in the meditative state, like you are meditating. So I can show you. I hope I have still this fire here. Oh, there we go. If you look at the scene like this, for example, it looks so nice. Really, it's like a pure painting when you just see the fire reflecting on it. Right, now I don't get that painting, that effect that much. Let's see. Wait, what the hell? What's going on? Did I disable it? No. No, okay, it's fine. I can make it more aggressive and force it a little bit. I mean, there's nothing too crazy special about it. I could probably open source it on the end as well, but after it's developed. Omsai, you learned everything from me. Well, that's very lovely, but don't undersell yourself. I'm sure that you did a lot of work on that, so you put there a lot of your own skills as well. Making a game and you have to not behave at risk. Good, very good. How did you manage? How did you end up making your AI sneaker? Was it just blueprints or was it state trees? I'm building the one I'm making now on state trees. It's so much cooler. Making a game where you kill a bunch of snowmen. Okay, it could be fun. They are walking around the map, and when they see the player, they get faster and the vignette gets bigger and edit an image. Gotcha. Okay, sounds like a pretty fun minigame. Just with blueprints, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, alright. We seem to have already a bunch of people showing up. So in that case, let's not waste time with this boring development that no one cares about. Other than me, we're gonna leave it for later. And let's just look at some articles. We are gonna share the proper behavior. What the fuck am I saying? What proper behavior? We are gonna look at some opinions here written by other people, and we are gonna feel superior and react to them, because that's what we do on YouTube and in the online world. So let's try to find out. Finding success as a game development contractor. Let's start with this one. Alright guys, I have a bunch of you here in the comments, so I would love to hear your opinions. Speak up wherever you can. I'm just gonna hide the UI elements right now, because this will likely end up as a YouTube video. So first of all, say hello to YouTube, everyone. And then you're gonna hear my wonderful reading skills. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Finding a success as a game development contractor, because that's probably relevant to everyone. It's really nice to be able to make money with your coding skills. Well, I mean, most of you don't have any skills, but let's be real here. Let's try to be nice. I'm gonna try to be nice, and let's assume that you all have pretty good enough skills to get paid. So let's start there. No need to insult anyone. Well, I already did it, but you know how it is. Okay. I properly know what's happening. So, finding a success as a game development contractor. Was that good voice for YouTube? Just let me know, guys. You know, not that I'm insecure about it or anything, but let me know, okay? Alright. So, Fansi commits war crimes. No. As far as anything that's public knowledge, there are no war crimes committed by me. I have not done any war crimes. At least that's what my lawyer advised me to say. So I have not committed any war crimes. I'm gonna just make sure. I'm gonna just make sure to link you the article, guys. We are not trying to steal anyone's content. We are just trying to add an opinions to it and see what kind of a merit is there to it. So everything is gonna be, of course, properly linked. And let's see how much merit these opinions have. One thing to recognize, one mini game that we are gonna do here, pretty much for every article that we are reading, is gonna be to figure out, was this written by ChatGPT or not? No one knows. Now, at this point, it's like 70% chance it was written by ChatGPT, but we will see. So completely random image, check. You don't like the font. I don't know if I can do anything about it. I can zoom in so you can see the font closer, but that's about it. Times New Roman. I can't identify the font honestly. I pick fonts. Can I even change the font? I don't know. Well, maybe for next time. Let's try to just read this. So it's written by Ben Zager. So good job, Ben. Thank you for writing an article for us. Now let's figure out how can we make money and success. How can we make money and achieve success as a game development contractor? Guys, stop complaining about font. We are just trying to read the article, right? Focus on content. Right. Let's see. I have been an Unreal Engine contract programmer for the last 5 years, and a few people have asked me if I had any advice for other game development contractors. So I thought I would write up some of what I have learned so far. This article covers what I learned about the personal and creative aspects of being a contractor, and I will discuss the details in running a business later. Okay, sounds good. Oh, dude, I'm gonna hit at least 80 minutes. Don't you worry, we are just starting. Okay. Okay, so far, pretty nice, chill intro. Do you have any, guys, I don't know if any of you have done any contracting, but I must assume that we already have here some pretty smart people. So any of you have done any contracting? Do you have any advice that you want to share with YouTube? I suppose I have a bunch of things, because I've been doing contracting as a developer for what, 3 or 4 years at this point? I don't even know. Long enough to be annoyed by it. Yo, am I smoking? No, what? That's tea, dude. It's a hot air from my tea. The hell. But it does look pretty funny though. Alright, let's see. My background as a game developer is that I learned to be a programmer during my 5 years at Cryptic Studios before joining Epic Games in 2010 and working on a variety of projects including the early development of Fortnite in Unreal Engine 4. Okay, if that is true, that's definitely a pretty serious skill set. Due to various issues, including some serious burnout, I decided to leave Epic. Wait, what? Burnout isn't real. What's this? I decided to leave Epic in 2018 and started a consulting business, Double Buffered Games, soon after. Since then, I helped to ship 2 commercial games, Traverse Saves the Universe and Soundfall. Okay, those are actually pretty hard-hitting names. I am not recognizing Soundfall too well, but Traverse Saves the Universe, isn't it like a VR game? I feel like I recognize it. Let's see. Yeah, it is a VR game for Quest, Xbox One. Oh, it seems like to have a regular version as well. Interesting. Okay. Definitely someone we should probably listen to. By the way, guys, while we are at it, I don't know how I end up here on the Steam, but like while we are at it, you know what you can do? You can like search here for Lost Harmony, and if you search for Lost Harmony, you're gonna find here like this game. It's like, I don't know who put it here, but it's like a game that you should wishlist or something. I don't know, just mentioning it. Yeah, just so you know. I don't know how we ended up here, but you know, just thought about it. Either way, yeah. Yeah, I think you are right. I think it was by devs of High Life. Have you played High Life, guys? I thought High Life. I did not High on Life. I didn't finish it. That it wasn't kind of very much like a Rick and Morty kind of a game. It runs like crap. I don't know. Didn't have a problem running it honestly, but it wasn't super fun. It got boring pretty fast. It's like the kind of a humor that if you like Rick and Morty kind of like a humor, it's enjoyable, but it's enjoyable for like 2 hours. So like the first run is first few hours before you switch it off. It's pretty fun, and then you just don't ever feel like turning it on again. It's like one gimmick game kind of a feel. You get games like that. Consulted for Epic in developing the Unreal Engine 5 and worked on substantial contracts for several unreleased games and tech demos. Yes, that's the life of every single game programmer and game developer. Worked on substantial contracts for several unreleased games and tech demos. Yep. Vast majority of your work. If you're gonna decide to freelance or be a contractor, vast majority of your work is never gonna see the light of day. Just be prepared for that. From my experience, it's definitely the case. And then if you are under NDA and you can't even use it for your portfolio. But that's how it is. Yeah. The first thing is that there are two main reasons the game development and related companies hire contractors instead of full-time employees. Often it's cheaper, honestly. Depends, but it tends to be cheaper, especially for taxes reasons. Contractors possess skills and experience that available full-time employees do not. Fair enough. Contractors are easier to work with for specific short-term projects. That's also true. Suppose if you are just trying to get a project done, it makes much more sense to just hire a contractor than train the full-time employee. Because it's just long-term gonna cost you. Like, long-term there is a bunch of benefit, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money. Short-term and mid-term even. But with contractor, just gonna start working and does everything you need from him. So that's pretty cool. Well, either way, if we can look at it, the one important thing, get good. Pretty much same as with Dark Souls, just get good. If you get good, you're gonna get money and you're gonna get contract. That's the important thing. You just have to spend like about 7 years working. I think, well, he said 5 years, but no, he said 5 years somewhere, and then some other amount of years in. No, it's 5 plus 8. Yeah, because that's 2010, so that means 13 years. Okay, guys, it's simple. You just have to work 13 years for some game development studios, get good, and then, if you are good enough, you can become a contractor. That's good. Good signs. I'm making fun of it a little bit, but there is definitely some truth behind that. If you want to be a contractor, you need to find a way how to provide value. And especially in game dev world, you provide value by being good at something. So, first of all, get good. Can summarize probably everything about this article as get good. Okay. To help fill the needs of clients, the first step is to understand what kind of value you would bring as a contractor if you are good. If you have any unique skill or knowledge, such as my experience directly developing the Unreal Engine, you want to identify those and figure out how to quickly explain them to potential clients. If you are more of a generalist, you may want to focus more on being professional and easy to work with. That's true, very good points. I would say being a generalist by itself, if you are really generalist and you really have a good idea about wide variety of topics, in itself can be a benefit. It's probably more difficult to get yourself in the door when you are a generalist, but when you do, once you actually are in the door, you can be super effective. Like imagine someone who making tools, for example. So if you are making I don't know, tools for artists, tools for programmers even, to make their work easier, generalists are by far the best at that. They are really good because they understand how everyone works. So you just have to make sure you just need to know how to market yourself and how to sell yourself, and for that you gotta kind of identify your strong suits. All right. One of the first things I did as a new contractor was to write a summary, 2 paragraphs on some bullet points of my relevant skills and experience. I then set up a simple website using Squarespace originally and posted my consulting statement, so I could send it to anyone who might be interested in hiring me. Good point. You wanna probably have some sort of a quick landing page. You need some place that anyone can be sent. In our case, it's a Steam, right? And anytime you're making a game, PC game, your Steam page is gonna be where you're gonna send anyone. By the way, a link in the description for my game. It's currently on Steam. You can wishlist it. Guys, I told you, Snicker. I'm gonna have it for 80 minutes, not 8. 8 is for amateurs. Writing the statement forced me to identify the skills that I actually had, and posting it publicly made it easy to quickly filter out jobs opportunities that did not make sense and serve as a digital business card to pass around inside company. Makes a lot of sense. You need one place they can find you. Finding work. I think that's where that's what we mostly care about. How do you get to find a job? Let's see. Once you understand the value you can bring to clients, you need to find clients that actually want to pay you. Good point. This sounds funny. It seems obvious, right? You're like, hey, you want to get people who pay you, but you would be surprised how often you run into clients who like tell you that they will pay you, but they never end up paying you. There is such a thing as taking an advance, and it tends to be a good idea very often. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens here and there that people just refuse to pay you. Or worst case scenario, they want to pay you, but it takes them like 3 months to pay you. That's insanely common. Ideally, you want to have a I want to have a contract that specifies when you have to be paid, and also that you get an advance, etc., etc. That depends, but a rule of thumb, you probably want to get some sort of a guarantee unless you are working with very known client, and you want to have in contract specified what's the last date they can pay you. Really important on your invoice and on your contract. Kind of, if you usually how it goes is that in the contract you have specified when the invoice is supplied, and once the invoice is supplied, this invoice on itself has the last possible date when it's being the contractee, I think, is supposed to pay. Who the hell is supposed to pay you? No matter the name, the person that's supposed to pay you or the company. Let's see. Sometimes highest paying jobs are for clients that do not understand how game development works. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's actually, yeah, maybe I have similar experience. I have definitely some experiences that are similar to that. The biggest contract I have worked on were for people who, like, for not even studios, but for like people who just wanted to make a game and had no clue about gaming, anything, like not even paid games, not even played games. And jobs with very unrealistic expectations and stressful and often lead to pay disputes. Wait, sometimes the highest paying jobs are for clients that do not understand how development actually works, and jobs with very unrealistic. This is a bit confusing sentence. I'm not sure what exactly it's trying to say. But I haven't had that many trouble with people who didn't know much. I was very lucky that people who I contracted for and didn't know much about game development, they really let themselves be advised. That's really important. If you like from the start feel like you are working with someone who is gonna talk, is gonna tell you how to do something, you are probably in for a bad time. You probably don't wanna do that. Yeah. I recommend trying to maintain 2 long-term contracts and then actively looking for more when one is getting close to ending. I found that negotiating contracts and trying to actually get paid is a part-time job. Very, very true. There is some deep knowledge right in here. It's a separate job. Finding contracts and negotiating them and then getting paid as well is a whole another job, and it's gonna take a longest time. Definitely something to keep in mind. Just because someone tells you that he's gonna pay you, first of all, doesn't mean he's gonna pay you. And second of all, even if he actually wants to pay you, it's gonna take forever. It's like you're gonna have to chase people. You're gonna have to make sure you get paid exactly the amount you are supposed to get paid. There are gonna be changes that you did not agree on. There's gonna be a lot of mess. Ideally, you wanna be legally protected with a proper contract, but we live in a world where that's not always the case, and sometimes people just refuse to get a contract. If someone refuses to get a contract with you and wants and just says that he will pay you, just that's first bit of a sign that you should probably think about if it's worth it. It may be, but it's definitely a red flag. But hey, who would want to date on the green flags? To find work in the first place, you need to use all available social networks. This has changed over time and will differ depending on your specialty. And here are my thoughts for 2023. The best social network is the informal one you already have. If you have been in the game industry for more than a few years, you already know people at companies that use a contractor. That's true, of course. In my experience, I have actually not gotten too many contracts by someone knowing. By someone like personally recommending me. I have personally recommended some people and they end up getting the job, but I have not had really that happen to me. I got a lot of deals when people find me on YouTube or whatnot, so I would say for this and for all of these, but in general, really good idea to have your work visible somewhere. Make sure that your work, your project, whatever you are working on, is somewhere available where people can just find it and stumble upon it. Ideally, if someone is searching Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine programmer for flying AI, your work should pop up as high as possible, right? So specializing there tends to be quite a good idea. Let's see. LinkedIn is the best general social network for finding contract jobs these days, as the other networks turned into a walled garden. I don't know, I have never had any luck with LinkedIn, like zero. You should post your summary of skills and experience and clearly state what kind of work you're looking for. I know, I find LinkedIn just boring and full of spam. It's just a recruiter stalking with other recruiters how to properly recruit, and no one actually recruiting. It's, I don't know. LinkedIn I am not a fan of. There seems to be sometimes people posting jobs, like jobs that are really want to hire you, but in my experience, I have nothing actually real ever came from LinkedIn for me. It's good for researching people if you're like trying to just find someone about the company and find someone to contact, but to actually get a job directly from LinkedIn never happened. Discord can be a great way to find contract game development work. That's true. For Unreal Engine developers, Unreal Source is the first choice because they have dedicated channel for finding work. Many of the posts in those channels are from clueless idea guys, but there are some also serious opportunities. That's very true. That's very true. Like 70% of it is just useless and not worth your time. But those 30% can pay your bills. If you specialize in some other technology, look for discords or sites, technologies, forums, anything like that where those people hang out. Very true. There are also good opportunities at companies that are game adjustment. Most of my contract work for traditional game development, but I also had success contract working for companies doing tech demos, serious games, and media production. That's very true. If you know Unreal, you can do so much. You can do so much more than just a game development. Definitely something to recommend. Definitely something to look into. Architecture, visualization, animation, previs, all these really good for Unreal devs. Just keep in mind. One of the best reasons to become a contractor is that it allows much more personal flexibility than full-time game development. Potentially, and way less security as well. This has gotten better with remote work, but many game companies still implicitly demand more than 80 hours a week and discourage side projects. I don't know. Never have any experience with it. I have not... I don't know, I did mostly freelancing until I started working for Game Ready, but if discouraging side projects seems strange, why would you discourage side projects? Because, like, think about it. You can then steal those side projects from people working for you. Why would you discourage it? When you are a contractor, you have much more control over what you are doing day to day and can use this to create a better life for yourself or your family. I feel like this really depends on the company. Like if you work for a company where you have a lot of the freedom or where you work remotely, which was stated here as well, then you don't, it's not that much of a benefit, you just have less security. It really depends on your specific situation. One of the main reasons I started contracting in the first place is that I have always been interested in psychology as well as game development. And while contracting, I completed my online master's degree in psychology earlier this year. That's interesting. Okay, I would definitely say that you have way more flexibility as a contractor. So being able to have to study at the same time, provided that you do have contracts, is definitely really cool. You can go read my graduate thesis, blah blah blah, psychology of online harassments. Nah. What if they find out about me? That wouldn't be good. And I intend to do more work in the future combining gaming and psychology. I mean, game design is quite literally applied psychology, so that makes a lot of sense. I could go back to full-time employment, but I would only do that if I could have flexible working hours. Fair. Full-time game development jobs are very intensive and have a reputation for causing burnout and forcing older workers out of the game industry. Possibly. I have only heard of it, never really seen it happen, but I'm not denying that seems to be something people repeat a lot. This is hard enough for normal people, but if you are in the game industry, there is a really high chance that you are somewhat weird like I am. Fair enough. Well, I'm sitting here at like 9 p.m. I suppose that says about something. Over the last few years, I have realized that my personality and mental health challenges makes it very difficult for me to work on the same project for 60 hours a week. I would agree with that. I don't think I can work on something for more than 60 hours. I need multiple projects to work on at the same time. That's I've 100%. I feel like the best way how to prevent burnout, in my experience, I feel like this is very dependent, is just to have multiple projects to work on. Hey Husnidin, how you doing? How you doing, man? Jeez, how do I pronounce your man? Husnidin. Alright. Hey man, how are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna reiterate that point. best way how to keep it fresh and interesting for you, just work on 2 different projects. They are gonna take longer, but you are gonna be so much happier, and you will be able to take like one things from across the projects or make shorter projects or whatever. Just working a long time on the same project is very exhausting, and I don't think it works very well for me. Maybe there are people that they prefer to work like that, but yeah, definitely not good for me. Now, what is this? We have here 29% people did not say hello. What is this? What is this rebellion? Immediately say hello in the chat. Of course, contracting does come with its personal challenges, so here are some tips. Let's see. Let's see if I can. That's a lot of tips. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hitting 80 minutes here. Don't worry, guys. No problem at all. All right. Contracting is very frustrating when the project you are working on seems to be failing. This comes with the territory, and unless the client asks for it, you should not try to fix a project's design or business model. The full developer probably already knows what's wrong, executives with unrealistic expectations who made bad decisions, and getting involved could cause more problems. If other members of my project's team ask for my honest opinion, I will give it to them, but I try to stay out of the leadership conflict. That's fair. That's fair. I have been in these situations a lot. They are very common, way more common than you would expect, especially for companies with like a lot of layers of management. I'm not pointing at anyone specifically, but it tends to happen. I think you always have to be respectful here. You have to, it's fine to. I think it's fine, and this is somewhat subjective as well. How combative you want to be, but I think it tends to be a good idea to say something like, "Hey, I think we could run into some potential issue here with this business model or with this way of making the project. Can I have a recommendation?" And then you don't like force your recommendation onto anyone. You don't force your opinion on anyone, but you kind of like slightly hint that, "Hey, I may have some better idea about this. If you wanna hear it." And if they say like no, or they say like, "Yeah, we know, don't worry about it," then you don't worry about it. As long as you are getting paid, you don't care. But I think it's good to kind of hint that you may have idea. And maybe your idea is stupid. That definitely often happens. My ideas often are. So that's something to keep in mind. Just because you think it's going, your idea is so much better than whatever anyone else is proposing. The issue may be you. It may not be the project. That often happens as well. The definition and prioritization of tasks during contracting can be irritatingly ambiguous, potentially. And some of my contracts had very clear goals and processes, but most of my contracts were more open-ended because I was hired to help figure out how to make a game. To deal with this, it's important to identify your functional lead at the company who can make decisions to resolve the ambiguity. This has normally been a lead developer on the project instead of whoever was approving my invoices. Good point. Good point. Ideally, if you are in that situation, which is not always possible, but when you can, it's good to talk with whoever makes the decisions, because otherwise you're just gonna end up in the hell of approvals. But that's not always possible. Especially the bigger the company, the less possible it is. And I think it often happens that people really, really try to help, and they really, really want to do a good job, but they can't. They are in the same hell of management as you are trapped, and they really try to help, but they can't. Lord Hosix, hey man, how are you doing? We are just reading an article about how to be a successful development contractor. If you have any tips, feel free to share it. Just trying to figure out some rules to set. Some pretty good tips. So far, a really good article. You can scroll up in the chat and you're gonna find it. I would definitely recommend reading it. I'm gonna actually like it right away. Let's see, what's this pool doing? No, 38%? I feel like this is getting worse. What is this rebellion? This is even worse rebellion. We got 38% who said no to hello, but bothered enough to vote in the poll. What is this? That is not very appreciated. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. No worries, man. Haven't joined for a while. How are you doing? Doing pretty well. Changing things around a little bit. I'm good. And now we are just looking on the start of the stream always in some articles and sharing opinion, sharing my experience, and hopefully people in the chat sharing experience as well. And then back to work on the Lost Harmony, which finally has a Steam page, by the way. So in the description, first link is a to the Steam page where you can wishlist the Lost Harmony, the game I'm working on. Wait, is my poll dropping? Guys, are you doing it on purpose? What is this? I feel like I'm being trolled here. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna read, and after I finish reading, I better see that on 100% and bunch of hellos in the chat. Because of project failure and context switching, it can be difficult to feel like you are actually making progress as a contractor. This is important to me, so I balance it by working on something else, like my degree, that has clear sense of progress. Keeping up a regular side projects also gives you something productive to do while you wait for potential clients to get back to you about contracts and such. Very, very true. I would say you should always have a side project. Always something that you work on that you really, really like, and you don't it may be like a small game on Steam or Smail. It can be fucking game jams if you want to, but something that you work on that you really like, that is fun and helps you make progress. There's also this really interesting philosophy that if you have a lot of projects that are going on for you and you work on each of them every day, you always get a little bit of progress in. So even if like your work or your job is going really, really poorly, your other projects that you are doing at home is doing a little bit better, and that kind of gives you some happiness, and it kind of all balances each other, so you never really had two shitty days. Maybe shitty games, but that's up to your skill. I can't speak on that. But definitely something I try to balance in my life and in the way I schedule my things. Or making a degree is also probably a good idea. I don't know. I'm not a fan of degrees. I'm very much as far as I'm concerned, degrees are completely and utterly useless. But I would not take it from anyone if he finds it. And I'm sure that he learned a lot by making having a degree, by studying for a degree, not having a degree. Find your limits and stick to them. I love working on multiple different things in a week, same, but every time I tried to work on more than 2 projects in a single day, it went really poorly. Context switching is really hard for programming and creative work. I don't know, I have to say for me it's the exact opposite. I love working on multiple projects in the same day. Like for example, how I start my day usually is I have like about a few hours working on Lost Harmony, just nothing else. I don't even check messages, completely nothing. Everything could burn down, which almost happened, and I don't care. And then I like figure out all the messages for work, everything that needs to happen, and do all the like random work here and there. And then on the end of the day, I am here streaming with you guys and working on Lost Harmony, just randomly doing stuff. That's a workflow that tends to work really, really well for me. I think these things are really subjective, and you really gotta find something that works for you. Never worked for me. The context switching gets me more down just working on one thing. Context switching gets me more down than just working on one thing. That's fair. That's fair. If it works, if whatever works for you is what works for you, right? I thought that's how it is for me, because I know that's how it is for a lot of people. So for some time I tried to like force myself to on one day work just on the one project, and then on some other days working on only on work or whatever, and it did not work for me. It just was way more difficult for me. I got too bored too quickly. I way more prefer just incremental progress every day on everything. Yeah. But again, I feel like this is super, super subjective. So part of being working and being a good developer is finding a workflow that works for you. So if you find it, amazing. I've got more interests like singing, compositing, writing. I guess it evens out if you put them in more game projects. Even if you put in more projects, I suppose. For me, it's right now mainly work and Lost Harmony and YouTube and streaming, I suppose, because streaming is kind of a thing by itself. It's just not as insane as making YouTube videos, but it's still something you have to put effort in and kind of make sure to plan it a little bit. So for me, it's pretty much just my work, my Lost Harmony, my game, and and streaming, and they all three kind of nicely supplement each other. So I don't, yeah, I suppose they don't. I think what's interesting idea is to try to find these projects that you work on in your life, or at that period of life, that all supplement each other, because then they can like kind of build each other up. Not too much. So if like one fails, then the other one shouldn't fail as well. But if one does well, it kind of brings up all the other ones as well. Try to think about it as well. But I suppose you could do it very well with what Lord Huzix is saying here. It's like if you add a singing, compositing, writing, that works very well with game development, right? All of these can be very, very, very well implemented with game development. You can make a musical game for that matter. Even if you made like a regular game, all of these skills are very applicable. So working out can be probably find somewhat good to make better animations. Painting can be really good for making art or game worlds. I'm not good at composing for games, more like pop and rock style. I see. Okay. But I still see that implementing. Like you have wait, what was the game? Hi-Fi Rush. That was pretty much purely pop and rock music, and that game was amazing. So I think you could just adapt the game to fit with a style. You could. I would not underestimate it. It's more like maybe choosing a project that exactly works with it, or change the style of the project. Okay, what is this? Do we have 50-50 on yes and no? Guys, I think my instructions were not very clear. I thought they were, but apparently they were not. The goal is not to get no up. The goal is to get yes up. Alright? We want yes 100% on all of you saying hello, not none of you saying hello. Alright. Let's see. Creating a process. As a contractor, you will need to come up with a process that helps you deal with a personal challenges, satisfy your customers, and earn enough money to survive. Makes a lot of sense. Plan out your next week ahead of the time. If you are working on multiple contracts at once, you need to know how to balance those contracts with your own personal goals, and the schedule may change week by week. That's true. I work for specific days of the week for specific clients. Again, if it works for you, then that's great. But I will adjust that based on the project schedules. My clients appreciate this flexibility, and it allows me to take proper vacations when needed. That's cool. It's cool. Again, I feel like schedules and workflow is very subjective. You can like look at what other people do and what works for them, but you just have to find whatever works for you. What just finds what when you are most productive and most happy. Because when you will be happier, you will be more productive. Yeah, but I usually make games that I would play. I cannot deny that I mentioned the game is cool. That the game you mentioned, it's probably me, is cool, but I would never play it myself. I don't know if I would make it fun or not. That's fair. That's fair. Suppose we could. I think you could still find a way how to mix it up. Would be I think it would be interesting design challenge as well. Just how to make a game that you would like to fit with a music that you make. Just putting some thoughts there. Maybe we'll find there's something interesting. Document what actually did for each client. As a contractor, you need to know what you did on a specific day 6 months ago. That's commits. That's what commits are for. Because it can help you resolve contract disputes or better estimate tasks for future contracts. So no, that's true. That's true. I suppose it's really useful to have some sort of a diary or something that tracks how you spend your time. I think you have something there. Keep in mind. Well, I'm happy it was helpful. Hopefully it's gonna spark something curious. It could be a very interesting game. Document all of your professional interactions with clients, and especially those unprofessional ones, or maybe those you don't want to document so no one ever finds them. You need to have permanent access to all contracts you ever signed. That's very true. That's undoubtedly true. Just everything saved twice, maybe 3 times. As well as any informal modification to those contracts. Ideally, you don't want to have modifications to contracts, but yeah. Because of this, even if I am assigned a client email address during a contract, that's a big contract then, I do all negotiating with my personal email account and make copies of important messages that were sent on internal chat program. That's probably fair. It's probably a good idea. Document what you learn during your contract. I feel like very personal development thing. Definitely useful. Ideally, you want to document everything and learn from it, right? But you want to do this self-reflection every day, at least 4 hours of day. You want to self-reflect and make sure to learn from those 4 hours. Many of my contracts have focused on helping clients understand a complicated processes, so I have written a lot of internal documentation for clients. It seems like he did mostly a consulting rather than development work, which is interesting, which is something to keep in mind, at least with this kind of work. I have way more experience with development than consulting. I haven't really done much consulting, so I can't quite speak on that, but I know it's a very huge industry. As a contractor, the things you learn are often more important than the actual tasks you complete and can help both you and the clients in the future. Suppose so, but that's true with everything, right? Like when you are doing something, you learn from it so you do it better in the future. It's not just contracting. Generally, contracts are written so clients exclusively own all documentation you write for them. Should be, but while negotiating, I often ask for the ability to keep and reuse sanitized copies of documents I wrote. Okay, some companies are gonna really hate that. Some companies are not gonna let you do that, but you can ask for premium if they don't want to do that. Either way, the publicly available knowledge you gain during a contract is yours to keep, and you can write your own personal documentation after the fact. That's true, but it takes time, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. That's enough words for now. Okay. And hopefully some of them will help out other game dev contractors. I would say overall pretty good. Actually, I am very much a fan of this article. Definitely covered it well. Wait, did I clap already? I guess I did. Yeah. Oh, now I did. Wait, I can. How many times do I clap? What the hell? Can I cheat this system and clap multiple times? Did it save all those clappings? Do I have like limited amount of claps per day? What is this system? Great insight, I agree. Clap it away. Yeah, exactly. I am very happy with it. But that's so weird. How does this clapping works? I feel like I must have limited amount of clapping, otherwise this is not gonna work. This is pretty suspicious. View claps. Okay. Overall, very happy with the article. Would recommend it. I'm gonna maybe even save it. And that's about it. Let's see. Think that we can now look at what? What are we gonna look at? I think that's enough reading for now. I still don't think people really understand our hello. I'm gonna have to change the article, change the poll. The only thing they are doing is to upset me, and I'm pretty sure they are doing it on purpose. So let's get back to developing for a bit, and we can move into we can maybe do some React stuff on the end as again. We'll see. Let me just quickly check something. I'm just gonna make sure everything on the stream is still doing as it should. Let's wait. Why is everything popping in here? That's weird. Show us your Steam page. Let people know your wishlist game. Yeah, I have. I feel like I mentioned it like 3 times, but yes, of course I will. Well, thank you for asking. So, what you can hopefully all guys see is a Steam page down in here. The link in the description, and I'm gonna spam it in here as well because yes. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries, man. There is never enough mention of Lost Harmony here. Yes, indeed, guys, I have made a Steam page. It was approved today, so you are pretty much the first one who see it properly, except my family. I got a lot of love from my family by appreciating this. But look at that, guys. We got a Steam page. Release in 2024. It's planned release. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen. No, it will happen. It will happen for sure. But look at that, guys. We got a Lost Harmony with some really nice screenshots. So make sure to wishlist it, and then you can watch here on the stream as it is progressing. There is still a long time ahead. We are probably gonna get, this is a secret for you, so make sure to not tell it anyone. That's why I'm saying it publicly on stream that anyone can see. I'm working on a demo. Very likely we're gonna, well, not very likely, but I'm really hoping to have a demo done by end of the year. So you may be even able to play the first demo by end of the year, or somewhere in January. So stay up and be prepared for that. All right. Link in the descriptions, and you've got a link in the chat now as well. So Are you kidding me, guys? Is no higher than yes now? Are people just joining in and saying no? Well, I suppose what do I expect from YouTube people? Suspicious. Alright. If you need a playtester, I'm all in. Well, thank you kindly. If you could join the Discord, or you can feel free to mute it or whatever, but if you join the Discord, I can reach out to like this. People on Discord will be definitely first playtesters, because that's easiest for me to reach them out. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. But I'm gonna also be mentioning it here on stream, so if you just watch here and there, you're gonna probably find out. Okay. Let's see. So we got this AI set up, and I think what we can mainly do is add here a few more AI animal characters. It would be a bit of a boring world without having here more animals. So let's maybe see about making some more AIs. I'm just gonna pull up my to-do list, and I believe that that animals are pretty high up. Yeah. Okay. I also today I spent quite a bit of time just working on flying. Oh, well, now it got stuck. Oh no. Wait, let's wait for it. Why is it lagging like crazy? What's going on? That was weird. That's weird. Either way, I spent a lot of time today working on a flying mode, which now does a lot of adjustments with the bird tilting up and down and left to right as he's flying. It's almost difficult to see now because it looks so much better, but trust me, if you saw how it looked like before, you would definitely be able to tell. This tilting does add quite a bit. So we got this set up. I'm gonna just mention maybe how it is set up. This could be well set up. You're in Discord, ready for action. Well, thank you kindly. Do appreciate it. I'm gonna be sure to reach out. Do you have the same name there? Just so I know. I can probably check it out, but just let me know if you have a same name. You do not have, but that's fine. That's okay. I'm gonna remember that. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna remember it, but I'm gonna post there, so you will be hopefully jumping up and down enough that I will be like, Lord Huzix, there you go. Okay. Let's see. We are looking back into this animal setup. So again, it's a part of a plugin. Definitely, I would recommend you guys looking a little bit into. I see Huzix. Yeah, I managed to identify you already. But thank you for saying that. I managed so. I can look into making more of the animals here. I'm wondering, does this need reworking with a proper anime blend space? No, I think this is gonna be good enough, just as it is. So let's see. We have a pick. Pick is good start, and we're gonna need a few more of them. So this one is gonna be our test actor, and we can also duplicate it to be our pick. So NPC pick, and then let's make it another one. I think I want to make a fox. Foxes are quite cute. I have a little fox somewhere here, but he's not here at the moment, but he's somewhere here. Well, to be fair, it's a Shiba Inu, but he looks practically like a fox, so there you go. Let's see. We have a fox. Yep, pretty accurate. And let's try to adjust. So what does the fox say? Nah, man, I am not falling for that one. I have, I know that one actually. Okay. It is pretty good song though. It's really funny. Okay, let's say we're looking for something like this. A pretty small creature here. And now my most favorite part, just fitting it correctly. We can get something like this, and apparently we're not gonna need to scale it down even more. Let's look at about 25. Okay, seems about right. And state 3, I'm gonna keep here a default state 3. I'm gonna eventually probably just rework separate state 3s for them. But we have here, this is just in a bit of a background, in case you weren't here on the start of the stream. This is a need-based AI. It's developed as a plugin. It will be open sourced eventually, but maybe a little bit later after it's further developed. Written in both C++ and Blueprints, so like basically C++ backend and implementation with Blueprints, and state 3s, where we have a certain needs that are tracked. For example, it can be how much energy does the beast have, how much hunger does it have, how hungry it is, and then this reduces on the during the day cycle in the game, and then as the creature goes low enough, it will be able to wait, I'm completely blanking out. Jesus, sorry. If the values here are reduced low enough, it's gonna set up a behavior. For example, if the energy is way too low, he's just gonna find a place to sleep. Then if the hunger is low enough, it's gonna go hunt something. In the case of a fox, probably hunt an animal to do. Hello, will you are the predators that will hunt the bird in the game? Can you die or get injured? Probably not. Probably not. I think it should be fairly chill and relaxing, so I am probably not gonna even have there any kind of a death. Maybe something like a respawn, I guess, or teleport, but nothing with real consequences. Very, very mild consequences, because pretty important for any chill and not lo-fi, cozy games is almost non-existing consequences, so not likely. I'm gonna maybe add there like animals that want to play with you. That so like for example, this fox may want to just run around and try to hunt you, but in a play way, not in a way of actually trying to hunt, trying to kill you. How is that object yellow pie called? Oh, you mean state 3? This thing? That's a state 3. That's basically a replacement and way better way of making AI than behavior trees. It's been in Unreal since 5.1, and it's not just for AI. It's for any state-based AI. Very cool. You can do very, very cool stuff with it. I'm foreseeing very, very good future for that. Definitely recommend learning it. It's fairly simple as well. Okay, so we wanted here some sort of a animation blueprint. How much of the animation blueprint are we gonna be able to copy over? Because it should be actually quite a lot. Wait, let's see. Never been introduced it. Why is it better than behavior trees? Because behavior trees suck. There is very few things I hate more than behavior trees. But okay, to give you a little bit of a context, this is everything you add, right? You have just state 3. And another thing you have here is a state 3 context actor. What this means is that you have here a NPC base, which is a base class for this actor. So all the public variables, not even public, all the variables that exist in this class, state 3 has access to. So what, for example, the condition for wandering is simply checking if he is sleeping. At the moment the condition for is sleeping, is tired, is true, he is gonna find a place to sleep. That's it. He doesn't do anything else. You don't have to create here any mess up controllers. Well, it does have a controller, but that's, you have, every entity has a controller. You don't have to have here any weird how do those things in behavior trees are even called? Wait, you have a blackboard, you have a blackboard keys, and then you have a separate actions, blah blah blah. You do not have to copy any values. It can read everything directly, and all of these exist as a separate actions. So all of these are actions. That means separate assets that you can move between projects. You can add them between different state trees. Very universal. You can use it for anything. You can use it for combos. I was even thinking about if I was making like an action RPG or a combo attack or a spell-based attack, you could do it with state trees. It is really awesome. It's really, really awesome. So much better than behavior trees. I would, even if you decide not to use it or it's not useful for you right now, just get familiar with it. It's gonna take you like 2 hours because it's very simple the way it works. Unreal documentation is surprisingly good, and it's gonna make a lot of things very easy for you. And they're also it's difficult to say, but from performance point of view, they seem to be better than the Unreal claims it's better than behavior trees because they don't like run continuously or something like that. And also the way you make actions is super easy. So let's look at an example. We have here a move to random location, right? So that's actually might not be a best example, but we can look at it. So there is a move to random location STT. So I'm gonna find it in my plugin directory. We get our plugins, need-based content, state trees, state reactions, and we have here a move to random location. Separate blueprint works exactly as any other blueprint, except it doesn't have a viewport, more like a component. You have here event when it enters the state, when the state started. You do all your calculation. You have here access to your actor. You can have your access to more inputs. And then you have here whether the task succeeded or unsucceeded. You can do different events depending on whether it succeeded or not. The same thing with our playing a montage, right? I have a simple state for playing a montage. So the moment something enters this state, I play a montage. What montage? That doesn't matter. I can specify it here. I have here a parameter for montage, eating montage. I can have here as many montages as I want, as many parameters for montages as I want, and just simply apply it. So now, nice like this, I can nicely simply click on my state tree, and for each of the different actors, I'm using the state tree, same behavior, but I can adjust all of these parameters. What kind of food is it supposed to look for? What kind of montage does it play? It's so amazing. It's so incredibly cool. Yes, they are replacing more than just BT task, but yes, you can do anything with it. I'm happy to be sharing it because I'm super excited about these, and they can make your life so much better. So definitely recommend looking into. Okay, now I was making here a animation blueprint. You can hear it, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know if it's my hate towards behavior trees because they are incredibly overly complicated, which to be fair, they are very, very old system in Unreal. Like at the time where they were implemented, they kind of made sense, probably. But at the way we are designing AI now, it's just completely, utterly useless. I would probably not useless, but definitely not a great idea to use. Okay, animation blueprint, and this is gonna be our Fox anim BP. I honestly, I am not even sure if I can't quite imagine. I mean, I would probably never do that, but I have a hard time imagining a circumstance where I would want to use behavior trees now. For crowd simulation, state trees already work because they have implementation for it. You can look into state trees, and we have a crowd mass crowd, which is based on, it doesn't say it here, but it's based on state trees as well. So basically each of the entities that you have in the crowd has its own state tree, and then it's all managed together. This is a bit of a simplified way to say it, but kind of what's happening. So I would have very hard time actually finding a case where this would be preferable, where the state tree, where the behavior tree would still be preferable. Okay, I was looking for a... I find BT very versatile, and they were a game changer for me when I did use any custom custom state machine. I can see that, yeah. They used to be, but it's just that state trees are so much better. Yeah, you could have moved it around, but this you can move around and you can reuse it across projects and across state trees, and you can adjust parameters on it as well. I know that you can to some degree with a state not state machine, with a state act. How is it even called with BT? Yeah, again, no worries at all. I am very happy that that people will look into it because it's very cool, and I hopefully it's gonna get a lot of development. So I am very excited about it. Oh. Okay, where the hell is the blueprint for animation blueprint for the pick? Let me find it. Okay, there we go. And somewhere here, say animation blueprint. And one thing that I'm gonna also share now is that we should be able to grab this, copy it, go in our Fox blueprint, and hopefully paste it. Yep, look at that. And what's even cooler, that all these conditions stayed in here, which means because the character base for all of these is the same. If we go back in our big PP, stay in the not animation graph, in the event graph, you can just take all of this because it's the same, right? Our base here is a NPC base, which is a character base for this, a class base, I guess, just a base class for this, instead of having here a, even if you had a dedicated blueprint as a base class, it would still work. We can now just connect it in here, and then we just simply swap animations, and it's gonna work splendidly. I can copy animation blueprints directly, at least I don't think so, but this is as close as we can get to it when it comes to speed. Alright, nicely implemented. Now we are gonna have to, it's probably not a great idea to keep it with a pick as prefix, because it's gonna mess things up for us, so let's switch this to walking, go to rest. I don't know if this will have separated go to rest though. By the way, I don't know, I don't know if it just took me forever to find this, but if you ever are making a animation blueprint and you want to transition from one state to another state from the animation blueprint, you can just check this box, this automatic rule based on sequence player in state. What this does is the moment the animation here ends, it's gonna transition into the other state. Very, very useful. Doesn't even have any conditions in it. Why did you even I put there a prefix before because it was part of a big animation blueprint, which I for some reason, oh, because probably I guess I just pulled here animations when I was making it. I guess I just pulled it like this and then I deleted just the anim. Probably what I did. I don't even remember, honestly. Yeah, there is not really a reason for it. Either way, it should be fine now. I have a random sequence, so we're gonna have to see what kind of, what do we have for idle? Idle aggressive. What does idle aggressive look like? Oh, that's a very aggressive. Oh gosh, that's a very aggressive fox. I don't think we can keep this. Okay, we can do idle breeding and idle looking around. Right now I'm in the pick right now. But now I fixed it for the remaining ones, so shouldn't be much of an issue. Fox, idle breeding, and fox, idle looking around. Let's not be quite aggressive yet. And then I see my node poll keeps on increasing. What the hell did I do? Why did I even put here a poll like that? I'm just having it here so people can insult me, I suppose. Okay, let's continue here. We got our go to rest. I'm gonna assume, since this is from a similar, from the same anim pack, that they exactly have the same animation preset for them. I love when the content, like I suppose, package makers are consistent. That makes your life so much easier. Resting. And go back up. Alright, works fine. And animation for walking. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna bother with oh, that's with a animation with a root motion. I don't really care about it. Okay, do I have a running here? Because that could be fun. I could just play with it a little bit and get it to run sometimes. Yeah, okay. I don't have here really any condition when it should start running yet, but it's definitely something. But taking it like a champ, thank you. I suppose it's just being stupid. Well, you gotta recognize when you are being stupid. Okay. We got our walking. Did I change it? Yep. Okay, that should be pretty much everything. The only thing I should need is wait, what do I even have here? Eating, yeah. I wanna look at the fox eating. And for that, I'm gonna have to be in the animations here. Oh, we don't have wait, no, I think I made my own because the biting, oh gosh, we don't want this biting. That's a lot of biting. To get chewing? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually dive in. Biting, getting hit, relaxing. There's a lot of relaxing, a lot of aggressive animation. I can hopefully use them later. Running, biting. I don't think I'm gonna have here a. Yeah, I don't have any eating animation. That's somewhat troublesome. But let's just maybe quickly make ourselves some. Wait, do we have a sleeping in this? Do we have resting? Oh, we have a resting. We don't have sleeping. Let's switch it to sleep. But I suppose it would be cool to have here also just resting. But nah, this is gonna be better. Yeah. The fox is wild. Does not joke around. Yeah, exactly. This fox does not care. It's gonna take you down like nothing. Look at this monster. Retargeting, pig eating if you really need to. I suppose, but I think I can just kind of fake it with just having some idle and just move the head down. It's not gonna be super cool. Let's see. Any of the chewings? No. No. No, these are all super. Jesus, what a feisty. Nah, I'm gonna, if something, I'm gonna have to reuse this. But let's see, maybe we can make it work. This anim fox. Oh. Jesus. There we go. I want this one, and this should be anim fox eating. Yeah, I think so. That's probably so gonna work. Actually, retargeting. I don't know how they. Yeah, they have completely. Maybe worthwhile to try it, but I know that retargeting got a lot better with UE5, but I am still very skeptical of it, honestly. I am very much less retargeting is better because it's probably gonna go wrong no matter what you are gonna do. While I am being aware that it's probably much better now, but hey. Retargeting tends to not be a good idea. Wait, I don't have a spine. Oh, okay, there it goes. Yeah, this is a bit. Okay, we have clavicle after we have fork. Okay, can do something like this. All stuff I did looked decent. I need some passing up overall. Okay, good to know. I did a little bit of retargeting with UV5, and it's definitely better than with UV4, but it's still scary. I'm still scarfed for life. But good to know. Yeah, I'm probably staying way too much away from it. I think I would do better if I actually start using it. Okay, do I have to make a key separately for that, or is it gonna just no, wait. Okay. I think it should remember it now, right? This animating part is always a bit confusing for me. I love this tail, it's so cool. Yep, okay, cool. It does remember it. I mean, not amazing, but not bad. Looks even like she's opening. Actually, this is he or she. I think it's she. The pick is pretty much he, so this is she. It looks almost like actual actual eating. I think if I tweaked it even a bit more, it would be probably better, but good enough. Let's not be too fancy here. So animation montage. We're looking for fox eating. Fox eating anim montage. Future animator, yeah, and never again. Oh gosh, I did a bit of animating, but it's so much work. It's so much work. It's insane. Animating is really difficult. All respects to animators, absolutely. Especially like not just especially respect to all animators. But you look at even just 2D animation or 3D animation, it's really cool what they managed to do. Oh, there we go. Could maybe slow it down a tiny bit. What's the play rate? Let's do like 0.8 for both of them to slow it down. I'm gonna maybe adjust that a little bit of variety. If I'm gonna, this is gonna be 75, it's gonna be 85. Just gonna break up the pattern to make it look like it's just the same thing. And this one can be just 1. And the game dev is not, yeah, I mean, sure, true. That's true. That's true. But there's a lot of, I feel like game dev in general is very, there's a lot of variety, and that's what I really like. What really keeps me going and makes it very interesting. There's just so many cool stuff, so many different stuff you can do, and with like specific profession, like for example, animation, feels to me like too much of a repetitive work. Not repetitive, repeating work. It's not repetitive work. It's repeating work, which could be repetitive as well, but that's beside the point. And that just doesn't work very well for me. With my personality and the way I work, it's just way too difficult for me to stick to one thing for doing just one thing so long and so many times. So I guess that's why from my perspective, it's way harder. Like for me, it's way easier to be a game dev than to be a animator or like 3D modeler, or even programmer. I would say probably I do very much a general game dev clearly. So I really enjoy the variety in it, I suppose. All right, let's get the fox on the same page. Yeah. I think a lot of the people who are here probably will be, because people who find my channel are gonna be very much like, oh, I wanna make a game. What game? All of it, the whole game. I don't wanna team up with people. I wanna make the whole game. Like, kind of my fault, because I have a bunch of videos that are like, oh, you can make a whole game just in one video. No worries. Yeah. Okay, let's change this. Fox eating. Wait, what am I using different? I'm not putting that any montage. Let's try to stick with a same naming conversions. It's not that I cannot do it, it just gets boring faster. Yeah, exactly, very much so. It's way too boring. And then you have people who, for example, really like rigging, or really like you making UVs. They said it's relaxing for them, and I'm just like, I am dying inside. I am quite literally dying inside listening to this. But again, if people love it, it's not up to me to look down. Oh yeah, what is this? Oh, look at this trampoline dog. Okay, we have here definitely some issues that need solving. So let's start by looking at the fox. Wait, the fox is aiming mostly correctly, so I'm gonna guess the speed here is the issue. What do I have set for the pig? I'm probably gonna add that running around. Fox is moonwalking. Exactly. It's a proper fox. Alright, let's see. And what is it for the pig? I have a test actor, but I guess the test actor is the same thing as a pig right now, so. What movement speed we have here? 200. Okay, that's quite a bit of different. It's good that other people enjoy other stuff, so we have assets to work with. Yeah, exactly. I find really irritating that people are sometimes like say things like, if you buy assets, you can't you are not a game dev, or you should make everything yourself. I find that so incredibly stupid, because it's very short-sighted. I see nothing wrong with someone deciding to someone just wants to focus on 3D modeling, on making 3D assets, and doesn't care about making a game that much. And then someone else just really wants to make like make a game, and doesn't really care how it looks like that much. He just wants to design cool game and program it. and just like use whatever is available, right? And it's so cool that we all can do that, right? Like we can work together without actually working together. We can just use each other's work. That's why I'm such a huge fan of open source and of being able to buy other and pay other people for work without directly doing that. Very, very cool. I agree. I find it also very close-minded. It's very much like the only way how to be a real game dev is if you write your own engine in your own computer with your own OS and your own IDE. And if you use anything other than Vim, then you are not a real programmer. It's like, what the fuck, my guys? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to the player. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, who cares? The player certainly doesn't. Okay, let's look at the moonwalking, our moonwalking fox here. Oh, they are certainly still not very moonwalking. I guess the walking speed is so slow. It's interesting. You know what? I think for this one, I'm gonna actually have to make a blank space. Hey. Let's stop with this camera nonsense. Oh, did I not apply the eating there? Look at it! The fox is just T-posing. I think the people standards have risen so high that you do not have a choice at the end of the day if you want to survive the game. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's like if you are writing your own engine, I'm gonna just use that as an example. If you are writing your own engine, like cool, very cool. You are writing an engine, but you are not making a game. You're not making a commercial game. You are writing an engine. Those are two very, very different things. I should probably be very clear about that. I don't think this is properly set up. This fox does not seem to know. I think there is some bug that it's not properly reading parameters here. So I'm changing it in the fox into a fox montage. Wait, does my fox have a slot? But I'm pretty sure I copied it. Yep, I did. Yeah, I would very much like if your goal is to make a game, then just use everything that at your disposal to make a game. Like even if you don't like programming, just use some templates. Just put it all together. Learn some super basic blueprints. You don't care about anything else. Hello? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not passing the parameters correctly. Well, it is for the pig. Look at the fox. Oh no, poor fox. Got the team pose. It's so hungry and it has to T-pose instead of eating. Am I putting the walking hit properly? I'm gonna have to, in this case, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do idle to walk. Oh, it's not looping. That's why it's messing up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't... Am I... Guys, tell me the truth. Am I hallucinating? Because I would bet that looping was always default. If you like drag the animation here, it had looping enabled. I would bet almost anything that it was the case. But now if you do that, if you put it anything, the looping is disabled and the animation doesn't loop. Am I completely misremembering it or was it changed? It's like, what the hell? And yes, she's scared AF. Exactly, she very much is. Okay, these we don't want to loop, we want this one to loop. I think it's not the case. Okay. Maybe I am straight up just hallucinating and my brain just for some reason thinks that it was the case. I don't know, man. Either way, pretty sure these are not passed correctly. Can I make a child of this? No, that would be pretty cool, but no. Okay. That's annoying. So properly passing parameters here doesn't seem to work. Yet, at least. That's a shame. Yeah, that's definitely a shame. But, like, I mean, it's not too difficult to make a separate state tree for that, but it should definitely do the job. It should definitely work. But considering that there is a option for it, I'm betting it's just not working yet. Hey. Wait, why are you T-posing now? You're just chilling and standing here. There is nothing you should T-pose about. Why are you... Guys, what you doing here? Why are you eating here? You have nothing to eat here. Is there some hidden food somewhere? Okay, I'm gonna just temporarily change it to do this thing here. I can actually just make a separate state for it for a sec. Probably have to change. I don't want to quite make separate states for it yet because there's probably gonna be a lot of overlap between things. But right now I can just do that. Okay, NBA state 3. Let's put here a fox, and this one I can change to a fox eating. You should be also able to, by the way, change the state trees in runtime. I don't know if that works now. I'm now a bit scared of saying what works and what doesn't. But you can, like, for example, activate and deactivate these state trees. You should be able to set state 3, set state set state 3 asset or something like that. Something like that, where you can just apply here whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it should be the case, unless I'm hallucinating again. But it should be, and you can change whether it should start or not, etc, etc. But that's pretty much the same with behavior trees. Well, you can't quite switch behavior trees, but working with them is similar. Okay, hey guys. Wait, no. Okay. Wait, this is T-posing again? What's going on? Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not the problem with parameters. I am messing something up. Why is it T-posing? Okay, something is wrong here. Let's try our NPC interact and just play here a montage. I am very suspicious of this. This is strange. Maybe I'm fully willing to accept that I am messing something up. Now this should show it correctly. It's a correct. Oh, wait. Oh, is there some issue with a montage? Okay. Animation and ABP state machine. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I have it as a montage because kind of the point is that I can trigger it from state 3 because it's easier to do that. But now I set it with a NPC interact, which is a like an interface that I can just go to any animal and trigger it. Because if I do it, for example, now with a pig, it's gonna jump. There we go. I have this nice jumping piggy. I'm gonna have like a lot more interactivity later, but no, look at that. Now I just triggered it on it, and it causes a montage. So the montage is the mess up. Oh, okay. State trees are back in the house. It seems like the issue is not with them. So let's see. What the hell is happening here? Oh, excuse me. Could I please? Thank you. Windows, not a good job. Okay. Let's just try to make a new state. Wait, let's make sure to save everything because maybe the animation was not saved yet. It's a bit suspicious that it would display it here, but no, never underestimate. I don't know anything. Let's see. It's just it would be somewhat funny if it was just a. No, this is still the same thing. Okay, let's try to make a new montage and play that one. You never know with Yui, exactly. I have seen some really weird stuff happening. Alright, I think should have here a eating. It's my custom eating animation. Look at that. Amazing animator skills, 99 out of 80. Very cool. Let's try to apply it. Maybe in AnimBP Bronco animation. It's not set with animation in animation blueprint. It's in the animation montage. But I can try to apply this in animation BP just to see if it's actually messing something up there. Jesus, Windows, please. Why is this happening? Okay, let's just try to. I'm gonna put it instead of walking. I would be surprised if that was the case, but wait, shouldn't it have head down? What's going on? Oh, we are not in that state right now, right? We are in the, yeah. I would have to by default set this to true. Yeah, okay, now this is correct. So it's playing from montage, so this should be fine. Exactly, it should not be the case. Let's see now. Now it should play that animation whenever it's just walking. Yep, okay, now this is playing correctly. Okay, good to know. At least we tried it, so we know that the trouble is not with the animation. So it's very likely the trouble with montage itself. Weird, but let's see. If I remember correctly, you need to put some notes in ABP for playing animation montage. Yeah, I already did. That's a slot, and I already have it here. It's right in here, all the way on the start, right in here, this slot. So that's already happening. That's always the first thing I test because I have forget it way too many times. Okay, let's just try to create a new montage. Eating, create animation montage, and just keep it as it is. We're not going crazy about anything. We have our correct slot, default slot. That's what we see here. Default slot, everything correct. Let's just try to implement it. Is animation set to that slot? Yeah, that's what I just checked. I mean, I didn't check it on the previous one, so it could be the trouble there, but yeah. Okay, looking at more fox eating montage, and let's change it in the state machine as well, just so we are sure there's really no trouble. Can then look in this eating, which is just playing a montage, but I doubt that's the trouble, because this works fine for the pig, and I don't really see why that should be different for the fox. It's just taking it from the own actor, and the own actor is a reference to the whole and be a base. That's not the montato specific actor. Sometimes I create a new slot and set it to that one, and then it works. Never understood why. Okay, maybe I can try. I can let's first see this. I just made a new animation montage for it, so let's see. Maybe that's gonna change it. Observe this foxy. This little fox. No, it's just. And why is it even doing it here? It's even weirder. It should find a food slot and then do it there. Oh well, this one at least found a proper food. What the hell, man? Eating? No, this doesn't matter. This is just. Ah, by the way, this I should actually fix. This should first. This should happen first. I wanted to fix it anyway before. This is just refilling the hunger. And right now the animation is playing twice. The animation montage. Because it's just getting a random number and filling it. It's because it's setting it afterwards. So that means this finishes and he goes... he calls the animation again because he's still hungry. But that's not the problem. It's just something I wanted to fix anyway. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's see what you are suggesting here. Let's try to create a new slot. For the animation box. Dislike montage is so much that I put everything in the animation state machine with booleans. Oh gosh, that's some real hate. I used to dislike them too. Now I'm a bit more open towards them, but I see the dislike. I see the dislike there. Sean Becker, hello there. Hello there. I see you are better than 69% of people here. I appreciate seeing you here. How is everyone today? I am doing amazingly, pretty well. And how are you doing? How are you doing? Just working on Lost Harmony, my game. Link in the description, by the way, if you want to wishlist it or anything. Like just mentioning, completely random. Either way, how you doing? How are you doing, man? Let's trying to figure out what the hell is happening with this animation montage not properly playing. So okay, we want a Fox anim BP. Just make it a new slot. I don't tend to have too many trouble with montage, so I'm good. Thank you. We'll definitely wishlist. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I see the value of them, but I lose so much time that it's more difficult than it's faster. I can see that. Yeah. Playing around with Unreal PCG. Oh, very cool, very cool. If you want to, I have a open source project there where I set up the whole uh, fantasy village generation on and forest and castle and everything around it with a PCGs. I am gonna drop you a link for anyone you guys in the description if you wanna see that. PCG volumes are so cool. I'm not gonna have a use for them right now, but they are so cool, guys. You can just generate so many cool stuff on a demand. They are so incredibly powerful. It's just the whole villages and whole sets of stuff. This is all open source. You can just download it wherever you want. I'm just dropping it to you in the description. Use it for whatever you want, guys. Feel free to steal it. No worries. What are you making with PCGs? Because there's so much potential. Maybe I'm gonna use it for like making up plants all around meshes, but probably not for generating of actual city. Yep. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it again, just for the sake of it. Okay, new slot implemented right in here. It should not matter at all, but hey. I'm trying to figure out how to grow ivy on parts of the building edges. Oh, okay, gotcha. I am gonna be working on that, but probably after demo. I have to first finish up a demo, and for that it's not quite an essential feature. Now why is the fox gone? Whew, Jesus, what's going on with the montages? Oh, wait, what? I was just far enough. Never mind. Abort action. It's just me being stupid. It's fine. It's my own retardation. Alright, we have it implemented here. It should all run nicely and prettily. I've got to go, but one last question. How did the Campyraptor came to be? Oh, let's get a long answer. If you gotta go, that may not be a good question to ask. Campyraptor is a studio that is pretty much mine. I'm the sole owner. It's a incorporated studio in Czech Republic, under which I like publish all the projects and all the open source stuff. Lost Harmony is gonna be published under Campyraptor, so kind of think about it as a studio name rather than not having everything under my own name, whether a nickname or my real name. It's nice, and especially if it's eventually gonna expand to something that can include a lot more people, which especially the open source projects, I would really love to have way more open source projects developed by me and by other people, and that all could be under Campyraptor eventually. But at the moment, it's just a studio that's pretty much I am the only person at. That's pretty much how it is. Ta-da. Oh, as a name. Okay, you should have said that. So Jesus. Well, I guess I figured out how to do it. If I can shoot you a link. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Definitely. Do let me know. I have some idea how it's gonna work, but yeah. Because if you find something very cool, definitely let me. If you manage to do something. As a name. Okay, that's somewhat more difficult question, surprisingly. Kampai is Japanese for cheers. Like a Japanese for cheers. It's like a synonym for when you're like picking up a drink and wanna drink up some alcohol. That's when you say kampai. And and Raptor was actually suggested by my partner, by my girlfriend, because she likes raptors, and that's pretty much how it is. Honestly, there is nothing deep about it. It's pretty much, yeah. Nothing too complicated, and it sounds so weird and so cool that that's what it is. We have even a logo. We have like a really cool logo actually. Wait, we can probably find it under, but I don't have much use for it now. It's gonna be very useful for for when publishing the game and everything, and when it's on the official documentation and all that stuff. But but if it's not super cool, I got the friend of mine painted it, hand painted logo, very cool. It's amazingly talented guy. So I got this really cool logo as well with it. So yep, that's it. Gonna maybe have eventually, like, I don't know, merch with it or something. Because imagine having this on the hoodie. It looks so cool, honestly, not gonna lie. Very cool. Not at the moment, but it looks really cool. Yeah. Got like contracted the friend to paint it. It's all hand painted. Very pretty, very nice. He's truly very talented artist. Yep. Okay, let's figure it out. And you said you gotta go, so have a good one, Aloric. Have a good one, Lord. have a good time, and stop by sometime again. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out these montages meanwhile. I have 69% of people saying no in hello. That's even worse than just saying no. Oh wait, did it just play the montage? No, it's just wish me the best. Thank you. I wish you the best as well. Have a good one. Bye bye. This is so weird. Why is it doing this? Okay, I have no clue now. I'm gonna just skip it because I'm just getting annoyed by this. So let's just pretend it's not happening right now. And I'm gonna... I don't need this fox tree because the parameters are not the issue like I thought they may be. So let's rather actually make some nice nice running around. I'll make it a separate event that's gonna be like a random chance that instead of just going chill to a random little location, it's gonna run around like super actively. So for that we are gonna need few things. Gonna need a separate task. And with a separate task, we're gonna need, and then after a separate task, we're gonna need some action. So let's start with this. I can probably use a random location. So now we're gonna have STD. Let's call it a run around. That's somewhat appropriate. And this is gonna be very similar. We have we're gonna increase the range. So let's say 4,000, and there's gonna be a minimum threshold. So we're gonna have here a checkbox on the start that's gonna check if the distance is far enough. So is this distance... Why can't I... What? Wait, what? I can't make... Excuse me? What's happening with Unreal today? A bunny inbox. Hey, what's the pool for? Exactly what it says. If you said hello yet, and you said hello, so you have to say yes. To give you a bit of a context, I feel like people here are just trolling. I am just getting people. I would like more people to say hello while they are here, just stopping by and chatting, and people are just saying no and leaving, I suppose. That's about what we are at right now. But you said hey, so for you it's yes. Hope you are having a good time. How are you doing, man? I feel like I'm retarded. Why is the random location? I mean, I can get it. Can I not do just a direct vector? Well, something really weird is happening here. Either way, I'm just gonna check this. If this is greater or equal, then this. So we want a vector length, and we want a not distance. No, actually, we don't even need vector length. We can do distance squared. Oh wait, no, I can do that directly with a vector, right? We don't need too much precision. Let's do distance squared. Yeah, instead of converting into a distance squared and just converting it and subtracting, it should be about the same thing as far as I know. So from computing point of view, so we can just keep it as it is. And then we're gonna check and make sure that this value is greater than, let's say, like 1,500 units. If that's true, we're gonna keep on going and keep on running. And then after that we are gonna, if it's false, we're gonna wait to prevent a endless looping. Gonna do here a delay until next week and find a new location. That should do the trick. Pawn, that's fine. Finish task. Skip. Should be pretty cool. And then we can get here our own actor. Finish task. Should be, that's pretty much it actually. Run. Let's call it a run to random location. Alright. And let's say that after the go to location finishes, we have here currently a random, wait. Oh, I have here priorities change. Okay, wait. Do I? Yeah, this should have a priority, right? Check. Okay, it should be 1. No, this is 0, then this is 1. Oh no, if I have here multiple conditions. Okay, I see now. Okay, so after go to location finishes. No, maybe, you know what? I can maybe do it on the wandering. After waiting, it can decide. We got no 71%, guys. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you just sitting here and saying no to saying hello? I think this poll was a horrible idea. Sheesh. Can't you just say something, guys? I'm here all alone. Okay, let's put here a randomized chance to go. We want a random chance of about 0.5 to go into location and or to run into location. Run to location. And the run into location is gonna happen on state completed transition to. Wait, this 50% is probably a lot. So let's say about 20. No, wait, then in that case we need 75. Wait, 1 is gonna be 100 probably. So 25% chance that it's gonna transition into a run to location. And wait, I'm being stupid again, right? I wanted to. Yeah, okay, never mind. Take it back, all the back. Please, stop. Okay. On completed, we are gonna always return to. On completed of either of these, we're always gonna return to wandering. Hey Fancy, do you know any best method to create synthetic data in Unreal for machine learning? Ooh, what kind of data? I have actually done some work there, but what kind of data are you thinking? Are you thinking of like training images or like training visual AI, or what exactly do you mean? Okay, and on run to location, we're gonna do the same shit. We are just simply gonna move to, wait, this is a run to location. So we're gonna change this to a run to random location. This is our actor. And running. And the transition from this is always gonna be to wandering. Yep. So from both of those, we want to go to wandering, kind of no matter what happened. And from waiting, we are gonna have a random chance, 50% to go to. Now let's do 75% to go to a random location. So this is gonna be walk to location. And then 25% chance it's gonna go run to location. Yeah, okay. Visual AI would predict the next movement of the ball. Oh, you're doing a movement prediction. Ooh. Well, you could... You're probably looking for just automating it, honestly. So... trying to implement ball physics inside Unreal, getting the video and data synced. Yeah, makes sense. So you're probably like saving the location and rotation of a ball and then rendering the movie at the same time, right? Is that correct? Just let me know if that's the case. If that's what you are doing, then I have done something very, very similar similar to that. Okay, if it's random 75 threshold walk to location and then on state completed. If this did not pass, we want to go to... Wait, can I just... No. To go to... Yeah, frames should be synced to data output. Yeah. What you are probably best off is to render it on pretty low frame rate. It's gonna make it really easy. So you have a... So basically you have here a function which is called take high resolution screenshot. I'm just gonna get here some random blueprint. So you have it like whatever camera or whatever, and that camera, you're currently owning pawn, can do take high resolution screenshot. You're gonna set here some whatever resolution you want. You're gonna execute it in anything that's runtime enough, so like 10 frames per second, say something like that. Gonna make sure it has always a dedicated file name. If you want to, you can actually, if you wanna easy it up a little bit, you can your data information of your ball could be your file name. You should not have there any corruption. You should probably be fine doing that. But it's I would probably be sure to save it in array as well. Like so, just like every time this executes, so that means every frame this runs, you're gonna also store all the transform of the ball into a array, and then on the end have like an array of I don't know, few thousand entries, and then you export into txt file or whatever you are gonna decide, and then you also have a screenshot with that's properly linked with it with a correct index. So you have here like another, you make like a structure or something to set it. That's like with a index, which is a number of a frame and a file name. And you can do a file name, I guess. You can do exact file name and exact coordinates, or you can do coordinates in the file name, something like that. You probably don't need a high frame rate. You can, but you probably don't. So you can do fairly low frame rate, like 10 frames per second, maybe 15 frames per second on fairly low resolution, and you're gonna get a really, really good result, very likely. Yep. It's kind of a GIF strategy. That's kind of what GIFs are doing. And here we're going to a running. Is there any hardware requirements I should aim for? No, what do you mean by hardware requirements? Like what kind of computer you need to render that? If that's what you mean, then yeah. Like I mean, the stronger the better. The stronger the better. Higher frame rate you can afford. But honestly, what you can do is to just make it as cheap as possible to render the scene, right? Like you don't need any crazy stuff. You just want a model. Even it can be even unlit. You don't even need any lighting there. You don't need any fucking weather simulation there. Nothing like that. You just care about the ball. So make it as simple to render as possible. So, like just some surface to reflect from, one ball simulating physics, and like 2 blueprints to handle handle everything else to store it. Or if you can write it in C++, there's probably gonna be some performance benefit to it, but not much in this case, honestly. So unless you need some pretty heavy scene, you can run it. You can be pretty successful with almost anything. This is fairly simple. If you need it to do like photorealistic, but then yeah, you would need pretty strong PC. But other than that, you're fine. You want to check collisions, whether the ball is hitting or not on every frame. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's pretty easy. You have just an event that triggers whether the collision checked or didn't, right? So you just have the event is gonna trigger whatever check you have there. If it wasn't checked, then the collision didn't happen. If it did happen, then the event ran. It's as straightforward as that. Okay. And I wanna start by having this Like, okay, 75% chance. So I'm just gonna put here 0% chance for now. Thanks a lot, sir. No worries, man. Mail, let me know how it goes because I'm super curious about AI. I don't have much. I am not doing too much work with AI right now because I'm working on Lost Harmony. Wishlist in the description, by the way. By the way, I'm getting really good at this advertising, but I'm definitely planning to make some game dev tools and dive into AI stuff for game development a lot more after I finish game Lost Harmony. So yeah, I feel free to come back and let me know how it goes for you because I'm very curious how all this goes. And Unreal is used for AI training and AI in general a lot. OpenAI has a huge gym environment that's made as an Unreal scene, and they test their bunch of robotics and bunch of Unreal learning. So some very cool stuff. Very cool stuff there. All right. Yeah. This is 0, then we are running to location. Okay, it should be fine now. Let's get a little fox here. Keep you on loop. For sure do. I am very keen to, very curious. I wanna make sure, actually, one thing I forgot is to set a max walk speed here. And we wanna make sure to set here max walk speed. Do I have to get character movement first? Let me set it directly. What's going on? Please. Oh, weird. Okay, I can do this like 600, maybe 800. Okay, it's gonna be a lot actually. But you know what? It's gonna be fun. We're gonna set up some nice transitions there, and just making sure to blend it back after the movement finishes. This should be probably parameters, honestly. This is something that may keep changing per actor, so I'm just gonna make it as a floats. As a input floats. Okay, so this is gonna be our walking speed, and in the same way we're gonna have a running speed. This is gonna be back to walking speed. Wait, I probably wanna do it before finishing the task actually. Yep, definitely. Right in here. And when I get back to walking speed. Alrighty. Oi, oi, oi. The dog next to me is just making sounds. Alright. Let's just make it here SO2 parameters. We know it's a float. Both of them. And this is gonna be uh, this is gonna be a walk speed. And this is gonna be running speed. That reminds me, I haven't checked on the other dog for a while, and he tends to be very aggressive. You know what, guys? I'm gonna be back in a few seconds. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. I didn't even put off the mic. Jesus, what a horrible streamer. Okay, now I'm present again. Present and complaining. Okay. Alrighty, we got 71%. What kind of tea? I am actually having this. It's actually very lovely tea without caffeine, which is really good because it's light. And I'm gonna try to find it on the internet because I can. I definitely recommend it. It's super super sweet. I don't know if it's being sold outside of Sweden though. Swedish tea. Let me try to find it. It's I'm just gonna grab the box. Give me a sec. I'm gonna be right back again. You forced me to leave this time. It's your fault. Okay, I'm back once again. It's this Scandinavian twist. Really, really recommend it. It's really good tea. It's super sweet. Doesn't have any. It's naturally sweet because it has a lot of licorice. Scandinavian twist. Let's see if I can find it. Scandinavian twist. There's a lot of them apparently. And I have no clue if it's ever sold outside of Sweden. Honestly, it's this one. Lakris. Jesus, how is it in English? Lac. I don't even know. Wait. Lakritz. How is it in outside? How is it in English? Licorice? Is it Lecco? Is it just licorice? I think it's just Lecco. Licorice steppa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's super super common as a snack in here. Let's try to licorice juice. Yeah. It's incredibly sweet. It's like super sweet for purely herbal tea, just which makes it really nice and really good for evening. So yeah, I do recommend that. I have no clue if it's ever sold outside of Sweden, but very cool. Yeah, very cool. I can pass the name in the comments. Wait, Skandinaviska twist. There we go. Maybe we'll be able to find it. Who knows? But okay, I wanted to pass the parameters here. So that's our walk speed and the running speed. Now it should compile fine, and we should be about. It should pretty much work now. Well, the animation still shouldn't be there, but other than that, it should work. Let's see. Oh wait, let's just tweak the probabilities now a little bit. But yeah. I'm not gonna. How do I call you? Yai. You're just gonna be Yai from now. That's your name now. Just what's your favorite tea? What do you like drinking? Because I used to drink coffee. Now I'm way more into teas. I have like a lot of. I'm really into different teas. So I have just a bunch of different teas that I drink on daily basis. Pretty much everything from black, green, white. Don't drink much of white. The matcha, yerba mate. Rarely do I drink coffee now, just for the taste, pretty much. But what do you drink? What do you guys enjoy? Usually water or beer. Okay, fair enough. Those are some proper drinks at least. Yeah, I do tend to drink a lot of water as well, to be fair. But yeah, I can't drink beer, honestly, man. I can't get to it. It's I honestly try, and I just can't drink beer. It's does not. I can't find a taste in it that I would like. Oh wow, that's a lot of sprinting there. Okay, we can see the pig sprinting. But what about these lazy bastards? Excuse me? They just like decided not to run. Yo, hey Venom, how you doing? Why is this lazy creature not running? What is this? The pig is running fine. Look at him. He's just like, pooh, sprinting, chilling, burning all the energy. I'm doing pretty well. How about you? I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. I'm doing amazingly. Can't complain much. Working on Lost Harmony. It's a link in the description if you want to wishlist it. Just letting you know. But don't feel bad. I'm saying it to everyone who joins in. I'm just marketing hard here. High business marketing world. But yeah, I'm doing well. Working on the game, on AI and PC plugin, especially right now. What are you working on? Are you making an interesting project? I think the Fox probably just does not have set the state tree correctly. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, there we go. Do. Let's see now. Okay, look at those. Look at those speeders now. Now they are running like crazy. Wait. Slow down. Okay, that running speed was maybe probably way too much. Gonna have to adjust the turning speed because the turning speed doesn't do well. Oh yeah, I hate this setting. It always makes it so orient rotation. No, let's try to like 360. No, look at the speed. Shoo, look at him. Her or him, doesn't really matter. Running around like crazy. Now just chilling. Wait, now he's walking slowly. He's just going there, eating, T-posing because we don't have eating animation. Well, we have it, but it doesn't work. And after it finishes T-posing, it goes away again. Boo! Like a little motorcycle. So funny. Okay, let's work with a state tree here. Gotta make it. And I am thinking about setting this running probability as a variable because lots of different animals will have like different temperament, right? So it makes sense that they will have adjustable or like tweakable probability of running around like crazy. Okay, so let's see it. Let's call it run probability. Probability. Can we adjust here a no? But we can put it pretty high at least. Let's say this just to about. And we're gonna have to pass it when going from waiting into a threshold here, and this is gonna be our run probability. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So cool. Much cool. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we have it. I'd say for the pick, I'm probably just gonna keep it on 0. This is super lazy pick. The pick doesn't care. But the foxes, those are super hyperactive. They just love running. Wait, no, in that case it's the opposite, right? I think I'm messing it up. Let's go into state 3. From waiting, we have here a bool, no, that's a bool comparison. It's gonna be on waiting. If the run probability, then it's gonna go to run to location. Wait, I am okay. It's yeah. This is okay. This is running, and then this is walking because we want to adjust the probability for running, and if the running goes correctly, then if the running probability is less than a 0, it just doesn't get selected. We want to go to walking. So the default is loading. So the default is walking, but before it goes walking, it checks whether it should run. There we go. And by default, the pig should not run. It's super lazy pig. And but for the little fox here, that's a hyperactive little beast. This one runs around like crazy. So we're gonna set this to not right now for 1, but it's not gonna be 1 in the end. It's gonna be like 0.6 maybe. It's like a tops 0.6. I'm kind of thinking maybe I think there should be something like increasing the burning rate of energy and hunger consumption when it's running, so it's more likely to find food earlier. I'm not sure, but on the other hand, the pig is much bigger, so it also has much higher metabolism. As it's complicated questions these are, and I'm probably just overcomplicated it. Honestly, overcomplicating it. Let's open the fox and try to change the behavior here. Okay. So I wanted to make a blank space for it. So let's just make here a set action. Let's just no, I have to do it under a skeleton. Yeah, okay, there we go. And we wanna create a blank space, and this can be what is it? Is idle to walk? Nah, I'm just gonna do walking to running. It's easier. So this is fox underscore idle to no walk to run blank space. Yes, it's a PS. That's pretty accurate. And we're gonna do. It could technically just get away with just with 1 axis, but I'm maybe eventually thinking about expanding it. But right now, let's just keep it straightforward. We are doing a fox, which is our maximum run speed is 800, which is flawed. So we want to move between 0 and 800. Well, technically, we want to move between like 0 and 400, but between 400 and 800, but besides the point here. So we're gonna do here a walking. Oh, wait, that's a lot of walking animations. What's going on? Oh, okay, we have here walking on the start. That should be on about. Oh, I did not name it. Let's see. This is speed. So let's say this is on about 300. And then for running, we're looking for about 600. Yeah, we can just keep it. I can keep it in the middle just to keep it easier. Okay, look at that, so fast. So like 600 by default, and we can just copy here another one. It's gonna be slightly faster, like 0.5, 1.5 is a lot. Can do like 1.3 and set it to 800. And this one can be in just about 500. So now we should get some pretty cool. No, let's not slow this one down though. Yeah, okay, it's not slowed down. Okay, it seems pretty good. Let's see it. I think I have by default access here to speed, so I'm gonna probably need to adjust it. in here. So let's, oh wait, one more thing. I want to make sure that I have here some smoothing. But yeah, pretty underrated things in the blind space. I definitely ignored it for way too long. Look into smoothing. It's gonna make your animation transitions so much better. Okay, we have here a velocity set directly, so I'm just gonna pass it into a variable. This is gonna be anim velocity. And that we can pass in the speed here. Anim velocity. There we go. And I'm thinking of these transitions. How long are they? I'm probably gonna want to have this lower because a lot of the blending is happening on the walking itself now. Okay, let's try it. Now this is just randomly walking around, then T-posing. Did I not change the probability for the fox? And it's moving way too fast considering the animation. I have to tweak it a bit. Okay. So our default character movement should be 200. What do I have here? 200. Feels way too slow. Let's do like 150 tops. Uh-huh. And with that, we can... wait, did I adjust the probability? Yeah, it is 1. What the hell? Wait, so there should be a 100% chance it's gonna run to location, not walk. That's weird. What did I mess up? Excuse me. Yeah, I get it. They are hungry. They're going to a random location. They are not random location. They are going to eat. Then they T-pose there. And after I finish T-posing, they should just run around. Why are they random walking? That's so weird. Must have messed up something. Okay. Let's see. If the... If this condition is correct, it should run to location. Otherwise, it should fall to location. Why doesn't this work? Maybe if I change it here? Is it really possible that the parameters don't do very well? Okay, now at least they... Oh, come on. Okay, if it's really the case that the parameters are not doing correctly, and that's a problem in itself, but it's a fixable problem, mostly. Look at this T-pose eating, oh no. Trampoline, trampoline, Trampoline fox, very cool. Okay, he's just gonna chill. Now he's random walking, and then still random walking. Wait, what? It should have pretty high probability to run now. Wait, that's weird. I don't think these probabilities are doing what I want from them. This run probability is 1, which should mean 100%. Okay, but how does this work? We have a distance compare here. Well, that's useful. But it's fine, we don't care. Okay, if I set this to 1, are they always gonna forever run? Yeah, they are. What the hell? Not if they are going to a T-pose eating position, but otherwise they should. Oh, it's blocked. Poor guy. What the hell? Why did it not pass? I feel like there's some issue with the parameters. Otherwise this would not be really happening. I mean, again, I can adjust this per animal. This is not really trouble, and I was planning to have a separate state tree per animal anyway. But quite strange. Oh, either way, the animation seemed to work pretty well. So that's all good and well. Keep this to 150. And I guess that's it. I feel like we are gonna end it here now today. Today and tonight. Got 2 hours and a half of stream, so it was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm gonna end it now. I see we end up with 67% of people who said no and did not say hello. That's very sad, and I am disappointed, and I will remember that. Okay. All right. Have a good one, guys. There is a link in the description for Lost Harmony, the game you see me working on right now, and that's about it. Have a good one. See ya tomorrow. I'm streaming as well, so see you then. Bye bye.